Attorney John Nelson is with the new group Fairness Fort Worth. He says some people who were at the Rainbow Lounge June 28th were afraid to go into police headquarters to talk about police behavior that night. One patron suffered a serious head injury during an encounter with an officer. So with the cooperation of Fort Worth Police and the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission officers, a neutral location was created. Officers say they were taunted and even groped when they arrived to check for public intoxication. Witnesses deny any provocation. Mayor Mike Moncrief has asked for a U.S. attorney review, but Nelson wants an independent investigation that addresses homophobia.
Ask the officers, do you know any gays? What is your feeling about gays? Matthew Shepard died because of attitude. That's why those questions are valid and necessary.
Matthew Shepard was the Wyoming college student beaten to death, targeted because he was gay. Nelson says Fairness Fort Worth wants to launch programs that create a more inclusive city. Fort Worth Police could not be reached for comment. BJ Austin.
The city of Fort Worth is working to calm the anger following this police raid at a gay nightclub. 7 people were arrested at the Rainbow Lounge. That was back on June 28th. One man seriously injured that day. Now Fort Worth leaders are calling for an independent investigation, and they're creating a diversity task force. New at 5 o'clock, CBS 11's Melissa Newton explains.
It's back to business as usual at the Rainbow Lounge, but the June 28th raid at this Fort Worth gay bar is far from forgotten.
One has to go back 30 years for this sort of thing to have been commonplace.
David Reed is the president of the Tarrant County Gay and Lesbian Alliance and one of many in the community now demanding answers.
I want to emphasize the need for an independent investigation.
In response, the city is moving forward, asking the U.S. attorney to review the incident.
Motion carries. Resolution is unanimously adopted.
But the investigation is just the beginning.
We also have to sit down with the people of the community of Fort Worth and work on building better relationships going forward.
After the Rainbow Lounge was raided back in June, many in the gay and lesbian community called for specialized training for police as well as city officials here in Fort Worth in hopes of preventing discrimination based on sexual orientation. That is exactly what a newly formed diversity task force will be charged with doing. The group will provide training on customer service, increase awareness of Fort Worth's discrimination policies, and facilitate better communication with the gay, lesbian, bi, and transgender community.
Much progress has been made in this last week, and much difficult work remains to be done.
And as the city works toward those goals, those who have rallied for change now commend the efforts. In Fort Worth, Melissa Newton, CBS 11 News.
And the task force we know is going to meet for the very first time this Thursday. That meeting is not, by the way, open to the public.